Man.
What is today? Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
Here we go.
Thursday the 5th. What's up, Mike?
Hello, crew. Hey, everybody.
Order something.
Did you get the same day?
I just double clicked your deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Nice.
put up some of our lifts today over in the Titan crew. I think we'll put the deadlift up in there and see you guys wants to jump on board and try some of those deads that we were doing today. Jeffrey banging out a double with 225. It was very impressive.
It was with the big bar. It was 235.
235. Right?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Don't shortchange me.
Sorry about that. Let me help you guys out. If there's anything you guys want to ask.
What's your take on the Arnold?
It's a great show, fun show. Be honest, guys. I don't follow competitors. I haven't for a while. So as of who's going to win or who's in it, I honestly don't. Not up on it.
How much time take to muscle come up?
Week.
A week? Shit.
Muscle come up.
I can pull a muscle in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Walking in there, I thought you were going to pull something. Brazil in the house. We were just with the Machados filming. And they do. The Brazilians all, my brother.
Brother. I love that.
Yeah.
Loving the new puppy videos.
Thank you. Little munchkin. She's living up the house. That's it. That's how you say it, right? Liven it up. She's getting these other girls going.
All over the place.
Fun little knucklehead. I forgot about the teething.
Oh yeah.
Oof,
Oh, there we go.
those sharp with the puppy breath.
Yeah.
Where's everybody from? Where's everybody coming in from? Wisconsin. I can't fathom how cold it is out there. It's 22.
22. Thoughts on
Not
test?
bad, man.
Thoughts on test for a 22-year-old?
Zero thoughts on that. Here we go. That leads me into something that I know that Mona got the video, and we'll go back to the LA Expo. So I did an appearance here at the Expo, LA Expo, which is always fun. But you meet all walks of life, and I met a couple youngsters, 20, 21, two of them, and everybody's kind of funny and quirky nowadays, with their own Instagram pages and whatever their niche is or whatever they try to whatever their go-to is. And these two kids, their go-to was popping the top and getting a pro like myself to critique and give them what they
need.
yeah, what's my chances, how's my genetics and all this stuff. And the reason I say this is because the last 22-year-old kid that says, what's my thoughts on tests, made me think of that moment, because kid was 20 and the other kid was 21, developed. And they said, well, what's our chances going pro in the next 2 years? And I'm like, you can go pro in what is it, physique, bikini
Sure.
guys,
Yeah.
whatever they look like, men's bikini. Not even looking too impressive, So you turn pro 100%. But they were so young, and they go, yeah, so we're natty. I'm like, that's great. It's great. Yeah, we've been off it for like 4 weeks. And I'm like,
Oh,
shit, is that how you guys say this stuff nowadays? It's like, okay, well, you're not natty. My point was that it was, I thought they looked good, and, they looked better than, a gym goer. So it was something there. And for a moment I was like, good job. You built a base. But the unfortunate truth is the base was built off of the chemicals they were taking, not the work they did. And so, like Jeff just said, there is no base. Yeah. And so, that was a little disappointing. I was like, shoot, guys. It's like, I wish you wouldn't have done that. And mostly because basic question, should you do any kind of T at that age? Well, blood work's going to tell you yes or no if there's a problem, and there shouldn't be a problem at 20. There should be no issues.
No.
And I'll put it even further than that. And you guys can clip this and say how wrong I am. Even if you have moderate T at a 20-year-old, like say 400 or 500, you're still fine, and you don't need to do it. And he just killed that right there. But yeah, even if you're a moderate T at 400 or 500 as a 20-year-old in that range, those 20s to 30, I don't think you need T. You just work and eat, and you're still going to grow. Yeah. So the desire to have a number, it's you'll find more and more that guys that are so crazy in shape and so strong aren't crazy numbers when it comes to the T levels. So it's unfortunate that I had to meet a couple of kids that already were going down that path. And when I asked, I said, well, did you guys do this because your T's were just like 100 or something? Like there was something going on? They're like, no, we never even checked.
Let's go to the next phase.
Next phase. So here's two things that I just found out. Are you ready for this? Remember in our day, and I'm talking to Bobo over here, in our day, we'd call them man-childs,
Yep.
like the Herschel Walkers and these guys that were just monsters when they were growing up. But they just hit puberty earlier. They were just very large sized compared to everybody else. Those were always the ones that scouts would go to and go, oh, this is going to be a phenom. And so I'm just watching this. All these coaches are going the complete opposite. They're going for the late bloomers, the guys that are the tiny ones that develop the skills the best they can. And then they're late bloomers, and they don't hit puberty until 16, 17, and then they start growing. And
they start playing ball till after junior.
Yeah, they're not looking for the kid to come out of high school at 17, 18 and already go to the majors. They're looking for the late developers. So that was an interesting thing for you guys. And the reason I say that is you got to remember, I grew up in a time where these guys were monsters in my era. At 19 and 20 years old, they were already 280, 300 pounds. They looked like freaking Greek gods. And nowadays, don't be freaked out that you're not a monster by 20. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying just chill, relax. You'll get there by late 20s. Don't have to rush this stuff. What situation?
There is no situation.
I don't know what that means, man. You're going to have to let me know what kind of situation there is. That's where it should be. That's where it should be.
Hey, Mike, back in the day, how did your cheat day look like? What were your favorite foods for that day?
I'd eat 2 large Domino's pizzas
Whew.
after squat and deadlift today.
Yeah, that's what I need.
I was also 18, 19 years old, so
Fuck it.
it was calories. Yeah, so those things, I can't fathom.
Was that Domino's pizza?
Domino's. Yeah, that's when they first started popping.
That's when it was good.
That was straight up pizza.
Yeah, but Pizza Hut's. I mean, that was an era. That was early 80s,
Yes. Late 70s.
and it was like an event.
It was.
Do you remember Farrell's? No,
I
Farrell's was more Northwest, I
remember
guess.
when pan pizzas came out.
Yeah,
A little small.
but I like Pizza Hut because they had the whole restaurant was designed.
Sit
The
down.
game machine, there's tables.
The red cups.
What do we got here? The red cups.
The red cup. Oh, well, you don't know about the red cups?
You remember those things?
Yeah, they just ping pong, just bounce around. Let's see.
Will you grab the white stand that's in there? Will you grab Bryce's stand? Text him first, see if it's okay if we can use it.
Sure. No problem.
What do you got here? What's this one?
The
the cheat meal? Yeah, yeah.
One.
Yeah, but I would
don't. For you, can a woman or your woman go overboard wanting you physically?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Wow, Bobo's an animal.
Oh, it is an animal. Mike,
Yeah.
how do you stay so disciplined?
Don't know how to answer that anymore. I love lifting. It's not discipline. It's a habit that I created young that I just do. I love lifting. I hardly take days off. Oh, thanks, Captain.
That's what that is. Mike, do you prefer high bar or low bar squats? Those
You can
are-
try them. Take this, Jeffrey.
Oh, can't wait to snatch that new hat.
Before we go on, let's go 2 things. One is a cheat meal. Back when I was 19, 20, I did the 2 Domino's pizza. I wish I didn't. I wish I got my protein up to a higher level on those days, and then have fun with the carbohydrates and stuff. But yeah, but that's just me back then. Like with Titan, and I will talk about this. And I love seeing the echo of stuff that we've talked about 30 years ago. And I've talked to you guys about peanut butter and jam sandwiches and how much peanut butter sandwiches helped me going through high school. So much so. But me and Heath Evans had very similar nutrition going through junior high school and high school. And he talked about, I think he said he had 5 peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Before lunch, after lunch, before practice, during practice, and after practice is what he would do. And I would have the milk. The igloo is what I would take to school. You guys, the old school igloos.
Little white bread, small.
Yeah, so it was the peanut butter sandwiches, the milk, and just then we'd have JoJo's. JoJo's, we'd go get JoJo's and chicken wings. But now I just saw J.J. Watt and that family talking about how they grew up and how they ate and the peanut butter sandwiches. And again, it's just one of those things that peanut butter is just for your growing kid. We get Titan, I think 3 times a day, peanut butter. So it's just good, healthy proteins and fats and carbohydrate. And here's one for everybody that's out there. Yeah, I just do Skippy. Most of them are like, no, I got to get the natural organic oil on the top. It's like, I
If
just,
you look at there's not much difference between them.
also, I'm not going to believe what they're saying on the package relative. It's like what it was back in my day was pretty legit.
Yeah.
What it's changed to today, it's still working for Titan. It's got an 8-pack and he's gaining weight. So that's just that. High bar, low bar. Yes. High bar, low bar, Jefferson squats, front squats, Anderson squats, all of them come into play. We haven't done, and we probably should.
Yeah.
Half-field squats.
Half-field,
Yeah. Could be nice to put something,
It's been
something,
a while.
right? And the way it felt today, it was like,
Armboards.
I didn't even have to warm up with my weights today. I just went right into it. So,
Can you describe what's going through your head when squatting really heavy?
just aggression, just focus, slow, isolating, feeling the body, feeling the muscles.
From IG, when's the next dry out?
I got a little while before that. So I'm off season right now. So you're just going to see me get bigger and bigger now, stronger and stronger. So no dry out, not for a while. I'm going to enjoy this.
Baddest I've ever seen.
Right?
The last 3 or 4 years.
I've missed you, buddy. He's got to be. I was down for a while, wasn't I? Because I just saw some video.
The last big bulk you was that 2020?
It was a while
I
ago.
mean,
Yeah.
like a real ball?
It was
A real bulk was 315.
That was COVID.
Yeah, COVID, the start of it. Yeah, that was.
842.
I saw videos of me on this last movie called Upside Down, and I just go, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was in a dark hole. I was sitting there looking in the mirror going, I look good.
Yeah.
Dude, I look at it now and I'm like, you look dead. Oh.
I wear a black suit to make myself look thin as a fat dude in a black suit.
Well, that was the opposite of how I looked. I looked like a skeleton with some paper skin. I was like, oh my God, I look bad. And I was like the circus mirror. What you think you look like and what you look like, two different worlds.
Yeah. 2 different worlds. What do you lie to yourself?
It's a wild thing. That's why I like photos. I like photos because photos, you sit there and go, okay, that's this, or video.
It's always scary when you look at the photo of yourself, when you don't know a photo's been taken of you, because you're completely relaxed, you're not posed, and you see yourself.
Do you want to talk to us about what's going on at my other house? Because this sounds a little deep rooted here, man. There's something else going on here, isn't it? We got Bobo back in the mix, guys. I say this though, and I'm glad you asked this question. Somebody asked here for the IG people, what goes through your mind when you're squatting? And we were talking, Jeff and I were talking about this the other day about laws, right? And so there's physical laws or your mental laws. And so Murphy's Law, you know Murphy's Law? Murphy's Law is what you think is going to happen is going to happen. So I love the quote that says, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're scared to do it, don't do it. But don't half-ass either of them. It's like, and so when I say squat or deadlift, or when I do these exercises, behind the neck press, the one thing I don't think ever and never have in my entire life is thought negative. Is never thought that. That's not how you go through this shit. And it's like when I do tricep extensions and somebody's reading it, I'm reading the comments, and I do sometimes go on there and read them. And somebody goes, this watching you do tricep extension hurts my elbows. And I'm like, holy shit, you are a pussy. Holy shit, you're just watching me do 250 for tricep extensions easily and smooth, and that hurts you? And so that's the kind of mindset I wouldn't have as that guy's. It's like when you're doing something like that, get in there and go, I'm going to handle this shit. And so when you're squatting heavy or you're deadlifting heavy, don't ever think negative. That's not the approach. And somebody was talking about this about fighting. And they said when they go into the octagon, he says backstage, Roscoe was talking to some of these guys, and he says, they were talking about before the fight, they're scared. Yeah, but they're not scared of getting hurt. They're scared of just losing the fight. They're not scared of getting hurt or getting knocked out or any of that stuff. They're just scared about losing the fight.
You're not nervous or scared.
Yeah, there's a difference. Are you nervous before you squat heavy? Yeah, you want to smash that shit, but you're not worried about getting hurt. That's just not the approach. Don't be that. Murphy's Law. There's a reason why there's those kind of things. It's like your mind's a powerful thing. You think life sucks? Guess what, son? Life sucks. You think life's great? Yeah. I've met more happy people that are broke than multimillionaires.
They say never talk bad about yourself, because that's what you're going to end up.
No, let me talk bad about you.
Yeah, you're right. That happens all. That happened when I came in the door today.
No, we were both giving you props. See, you're walking in like a stallion. Look at your big Clydesdale.
Another one on IG here. Any tips to training kids around 10 years old? I want to get him strong. Thanks.
Firing up his nervous system is the first thing. So coordination, flexing, the coordination of it and being able to fire the muscles is the first thing that I recommend, especially for, a kid under 13, 14. Just make sure that he knows how to flex it. And what I'm liking is that my son now, and we're 4 years into this, of him trying to control his muscles. And he's 6 now, but he can flex his rear delts. And I don't know how old I was when I could finally flex my rear delts and start posing the back. Yeah, he flexes it. And so I would focus on that right now relative to lifting. And then if you can get him into gymnastics and wrestling, those are the two things I'd get your kid into relative to just weightlifting. The tumbling helps.
All of it.
Great question, though, as you as a father. Nice job, too. Nice job wanting him to. And we talked about this earlier, so I'm going to jump back to it. Somebody asked, how do I stay so dedicated? It's not. I just created habits. And one of the biggest things is for your kids, just create habits. The whole thing, and I just saw this conversation with John Brown, and who's a former Mr. Universe, and his son's a all-pro wide receiver, and he has 3 kids, all tremendous athletes, with Sean Ray doing an interview. And Sean asked something like, well, you gotta let him have variety, ice cream. And he goes, the kid doesn't know if he likes ice cream. I'm not giving him ice cream. Doesn't need that. Let him, you choose the foods. They're kids. You choose the foods. You don't need to be this new day. It's like the kid has to eat sugars and candies to be a happy kid. No, just create habits.
I was reading something down. McCaffrey, running back from the
Right.
49ers. His dad was a receiver.
Yeah, I know who he is. Denver.
Yeah, so he said when they grew up, they were strictly on a diet, certain nutritions, all the kids in bed by 7:30 until they got to like 9th grade, and they could stay up to a little bit longer. All phones, when they had cell phones, were all taken away at 9 o'clock at night. He said that was just already.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Just because you're creating the habits and the whole concept about I'm a good parent. Why? Because I feed him chocolate every day. It's like, wow.
Well, it's like you said with Titan, is like when you get him going, he doesn't know any different. He thinks this is what normal kids do. That's all he's going to know. So he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
But that's bad. Why is that bad? Because he doesn't know these other things. What, the bad things?
Bad
The things?
bad habits.
Yeah,
You want people to go down with you.
That's the harsh reality. That's the harsh reality.
Yeah.
They should be able to eat bad and all this, and it's like
No.
it doesn't make sense.
Fuck you, fat
When
ass.
he's old enough to choose, he can eat. If he wants to eat that when he's 20, cool. But just create habits. he thinks, and he says this to his mother every single day. He goes, "What is on the agenda today?"
Ooh,
So we have school, and then I go to what? Martial arts after that, then piano, and then jujitsu. What is the schedule? And so it's like on days that he doesn't do anything, he's like, "Oh no, Mom, I want to go to jujitsu. I want to go."
What's happening with that?
It's all right. Go for it, Jeffrey.
Mike, you carry 260 pounds of weight at 60 years old. Do you sometimes struggle with the weight you carry?
Yeah, when I'm 260, it's hard to stay down there. It's hard to stay down there. I'm 280, and it's easy to carry 280. Yeah, but for me to carry 250, 260, I have to do 2 hours of cardio today. I have to be on so low carbohydrates and calories, usually training once or twice a day to be that small. It is extremely tough for me. My body likes 280, 285. It always settles right around 285. And that's easy to maintain. Then I don't have to do cardio. I get to eat my calories. I get to make sure the body heals and sleep.
Chat, what is this? Thoughts on protein-sparing modified fast to get lean quickly.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a protein-sparing modified fast is?
No, I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Modified fast?
Protein-sparing modified fast.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry. If you can explain that to layman's terms, I'm new to this.
Yeah, seriously. Should cardio be done daily?
No. No, cardio is a tool to be used when you want to slice up and change the physique. You should be able to stay in shape without it. You're working out a couple times a week, 3-4 times a week. You're eating a good meal plan. You're recovering. Yeah, you shouldn't have to be doing cardio. Here's the problem. In today's world, people think that cardio is a all-year thing, and cardio is a tool to be used. We seem to have, and you guys clip this to me because I'm confused. It seems to me that society thinks that you need to be in a deficit all year. You need to be on cardio every single day to be healthy. And that's confusing to me because then you're always breaking your body down and never recovering. So I'm confused on that. You should be able to eat a good amount of calories and stay healthy and in shape. That's how the body knows. Now you know that your metabolism is functioning. If you are taking in, first of all, a deficit of calories, and then on top of that, you have to train like a madman every single day. How is that healthy? Just so I understand, because that doesn't make any sense to me. You're continuously breaking down your body and your metabolism isn't doing anything. You're physically burning everything off. You're dieting down like a bodybuilder for that 12 weeks. That sounds destructive. And it sounds like, too, it's like, I don't know how you're going to keep that up as you age. So like right now, we're doing power bodybuilding, which is like, I feel like, well, it is off season, but I mean, I feel like I'm absolutely lazy because I'm only training 4 days a week.
It's heavy lifts, so it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but it's like I'm exercising, I'm taking in a good amount of calories. My protein is at 400 grams,
It would be counterproductive.
and I'm in shape. So that means I'm not working it off. My body's just utilizing the food that I'm eating, and I'm being able to stay healthy, and I'm recovering. So to me as a person, as I age, I'm not breaking myself down. I'm getting stronger every single week. My body is healing. So just let me know why that is for you guys out there. And then I guess, and I was going to use AI for this. I wanted to use the concept of showing somebody in their 20s and 30s jacked.
Yeah.
Right. And then me talking about this aspect of it and going, hey, this is how you should train. This is a hypertrophy training. And then show them at 35 broken and go, wait a minute, slow down for a second. You just said this is the way to train and you're already broken by this age. Then you turn around and go, wait a minute, you got to be able to train like a freaking monster. And it's like, well, you're saying that that's how you trained 20 years ago and you can't train that way now.
Well, that's why everybody questions like your longevity, right?
Do
Because
it.
in their mind, they're thinking they're doing the cardio, you're doing cardio all the time. But they don't understand that you're always on a plan, whether you're in a deficit or you're trying to maintain or you're trying to gain weight. So you're either cutting back your, so you're doing what you should be doing to maintain your longevity. Well, those people put mileage on them, always doing cardio, always calorie cutting.
I like that you said that. I appreciate that. I think I'm trying to.
That's for later.
I think I'm trying to just comprehend the fact that is let me try to get as best I can today, while not destroying my body in 10 years.
Right.
Because I mean, if I always thought like these guys, my career would have been over, God, in the late 80s, early 90s.
6 years.
Done. Just for you guys out there. I just don't, I feel bad that you get that kind of information instead of going back to the Lee Haneys or the Jack LaLannes or those guys that talk about the gym is about getting better, but the least amount of work, not the most amount of work. And it seems like today's world is, I'm a badass. Why? Because I do the most amount of work. Congratulations. Keep that up for the next 20 years. Is this making sense to you guys, or are you guys completely confused? And I can get the idea. I can understand that you're confused because you hear a lot of these guys and a lot of the guys that are been retired for 20, 30 years talk about, I train like a monster. Yeah, but you can't now. Talk about now. I'm glad that you look good when you were young. Everybody looks good when they're young.
What is it do you know?
Yeah, well, but what good is this badass that you're talking about?
Any advice for people who suffer with body image issues?
Nope. Nope. I'm not just the body issues image or what's in my mind. I'm also the president. So my recommendation is this: do videos, do photos, even though maybe you don't have, or you're not posting it for Instagram, do it for yourself. And I was just talking about this earlier. You might have just tuned in, but I did this movie a couple months back, and great movie. And I thought I looked really good. And then I just watched video from it. And I'm like, oh my God, I was in a dark hole. I dieted so psycho for that thing. And I wanted to be. But man, nobody could tell me anything when I was doing it. So no, man, just take photos and then look at them later and go, okay, that's too much dieting, or you're not enough. Because here's something else that might help everybody here. If you work out and you do cardio and you take photos, in 8 weeks, look back at those photos and then ask yourself if you look like a melted candle. And so there becomes a point, and you'll see this if you go on Instagram now and you look at a lot of people that were retired from mostly bodybuilding, is there's a deflation of that and they look broken. And I don't want that for anybody. I want a healthiness to it. Or you take yourself down. It's like Robbie Robinson looks like a Greek god. And he's 80. So if somebody says, well, I'm older now, it's like, no, it doesn't work out. Jack LaLanne, I met Jack when he was closing in on 90, and he was not a huge human, but he looked like a superhero in person. And he was not a big person. And he just looked healthy. He looked like a great gymnast. Yeah, like a nice, one of these young 20-year-old gymnasts that you see that have those physiques and the little waist. And he had that onesie that he had. And he wore that thing, and he's 90. And I'm like, dude, you are just, oh, got tingles just thinking about that. You're just a badass. I just want you guys healthy for a lifetime. And you guys can be. But it's who you're listening to.
Mike, after decades of lifting, what is one belief about training you had in your 20s that you completely changed your mind about today?
Didn't matter if I beat the guy I was training with. It didn't matter for the body. Let me clarify that. It didn't matter. I didn't get better as a bodybuilder, but I got better as a power lifter. I got better mentally, and I understood how far I could push my body. But I also understood this later, is that bodybuilding is something so separate from everything else. And it's really, believe it or not, the easiest of the health and fitness ones. Because it's the least amount of work, just because all you're doing is stimulating the muscle to get it going. The tough stuff is the connective tissue and the bone density, because that's telling you that you got to be mentally strong and lift heavy. And also intelligent enough to understand that it's not the pounding of the workouts, and it's not the hours in the gym, and it's not beating the other guy on the reps and stuff like that. So, and that's why I think you see, just if you're going to take me into consideration, that's why you're going to see a lot of guys that are still in good shape over their 50s, but they're not strong, and they start losing that strength. And I want you to keep the strength. But the body, you can keep the body.
Is Bobo ever getting shredded or what? You got Mike on your team. Let's go, brother. Let's see it.
I'm in a ball phase.
I would like to see that, but I don't want to cause hardship between you and your girl.
Yeah.
Because you start, shredded Bobo.
You kidding me?
No. The amount of DMs you would get.
She even brought up the other day that goes, I can imagine you in your 20s. You were just like,
I can't imagine you now. Such a hotness.
You imagine Mike's poor house in Ohio if he was shredded?
You imagine it'd pay for itself. Get Bo on a little GLP.
Throughout your career, what's been the most challenging thing that you went through?
Just life. Life hits all of us, you know? Just life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing was health and fitness was there for me. And so I just kept moving with the health and fitness and kept doing the training, and that kept me sane, or as best it can. If anybody's out there and you're doing and life's hitting you, just keep exercising. At least get that in. IG got anything for us?
Couple more here real quick. Mike, I play college basketball and I'm in my off season. I train power bodybuilding and keep hydration and nutrition key. What other advice do you have for basketball players?
Love that. Keep working the explosion. You're probably a good height. So I would just keep best range of motion. Especially here's one thing that I see. They talk about you're in basketball now, okay? And you're kicking butt. And you also, I love one thing here I picked up is that I know you're doing this pretty darn precise, because you said hydration too. And I think that's something so many people miss. So I would just keep the best range of motion, mostly because you're most likely a tall guy. I would not short range exercises, which is a huge thing when it comes to people trying to design workouts for a sport. So what I see is a lot of coaches are saying, there's no point for you to squat full range because you're a basketball player. You never jumped this way. I get that. Fully understand that. But you're not going to be playing basketball at 60 like you are now. Hopefully you're still playing it. but you're not going to be doing, but you are going to be living life. And I want more range of motion, mostly for you being a tall guy, because the connective tissue and that bone density is going to be a huge thing for you at your height. I need a healthy back. I need a healthy knees. So that's just one thing. Keep the range of motion for you, my friend.
Mike, thoughts on working out fasted?
0. It makes no sense to me. Let's do this. Let's take this one. You guys want to get nasty? Here's this. Here's why this is, to me, stupid. You wake up, body's traumatized. Why? Well, it just fasted all night long. It's recovered. Now it wants to get going again. And you're going, hey, I'm not going to feed you. You don't need any fuel. I'm just going to go and traumatize you again at the gym. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. We slept. We recovered. And now you're not going to feed me anything calorie-wise to keep the body burning. And you're just going to go and torture me again. It's like, that makes no sense to me. Well, I dropped weight. Great. But you're telling your body that I'm going to eat less and less food as I get older and older. When you need more protein as you get older. You need to make sure the calories are in there. And then the whole concept of, well, it's easy to wake up and just go. I don't recommend it. The more you guys keep running away from food makes no sense to me.
It's like doing cardio before workout.
They love it. They love it. I get it. But here's the problem. The guys that look good as they get older trained for 30 years. They trained for 30, 40 years. And so they got these bodies that are really developed, and that muscle's not really going anywhere. Right? And so you're assuming that you're just the same as they are. They did a lot of work back here and built this foundation. And now you're just going to mimic what they're doing, what they're telling you to do. It's like, God dang, where's the critical thinking here? Where are you freaking just going? You're not the same person. You're not. And one person that's great about this right now is, and you should have enough common sense, mostly if you see his young teen, 15, 16, Terry Crews. He does 1 meal a day. Did you just forget his last 50 years of what he's looked like and how he trained? You just bypass and goes, well, Terry looks like this and this, he eats 1 meal. Yes, but he trained like an animal since he was a teen, and he has a great foundation. Remember, I was on his show, and I know how hard this guy works and how hard he works out. But he had 40 years of developing a body and getting that muscle on there where it's retained on his body. And yeah, he's natural. And so to mimic his nutrition, to me, it's not smart. You didn't do the work that he did. It works great for him. And trust me, I could easily stay at 250. I can eat once a day. I just don't want to shortchange me when I get to 70. I would still like to be like Robbie Robinson and still be able to do this. And walk.
Some guy here disagrees with you.
Great.
His name is Steve Orozco.
Great. You got
testing over everything.
See, and you got somebody that's an absolute savage. Steve Orozco's a monster in the gym. I can't keep up with him. Has an amazing body, looks incredible, is the 0.1% kind of human, and he's going to look like this forever. And if you mimic his stuff, you just bypassed everything he's done since a teenager. So again, my recommendation is don't run away from food. You're going to need it. You're going to need it later. Try to age slowly. Try to age slowly. Try to keep in there the best you possibly can. And no, not everybody's the same. Does that upset you? Too fucking bad. It's not how the world works.
Frank eats 1 meal a day too.
But again, D1 wrestler, trains like a monster. These guys train like monsters, and that muscle has been there. It's been, when you sit there and just go, these guys have been in the gym every day of their lives since they were in pre-puberty. And you go, well, I can just do what he did. Okay, all right. Good job.
And it's 60.
60. But again, you guys are picking, and this is what they always talk about. Well, I know this one guy. Great. The majority is not that. The majority is not that. Frank Carrillo is on a different level than anybody else. Terry Crews is on a different level. Steve Orozco is on a different level. These guys are mutants.
What is your philosophy on building the traps? Do you focus on hitting them from different angles, and do you typically train them with the back or with shoulders?
You do them either. My traps grow because of my deadlifts. And any kind of back workout I'm doing, I'm also incorporating the traps in there. Also, I don't train the traps a lot because I don't want to have huge traps. But for you guys, if you're doing them, make sure that you utilize the deadlifts and anything when you're doing back. And then depending on you and how your traps are growing, maybe hit them on both days for a couple months. Oh, this thing is blowing up over here, guys. Hello, everybody.
Mike, how do you know when to build and when to dry out? And how do you know when...
Yeah, that's...
He's going into steroids at the next time.
No, go read it to me. Come on, kid. Don't pull out.
How do you know when to build and when to dry out? And how do you know when to cycle off? Do you cycle off everything? Or do you stay in test in HGH, then cycle off the anabolics? I'm trying to figure out a good schedule, a safe, effective schedule. I'm clueless.
He's clueless, but he's on a cycle.
Yeah. It got better as I kept reading.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good. I don't know, my friend. I don't know what you're trying to do here. I love the photo with the pups. I do love that. But yeah, sorry about your cycle and stuff. And
Is that H? Is that H?
oh no, for the other day, I miss H. You didn't block H, did you?
You were there for H? No, I didn't block H.
Good. I liked H.
H is our boy.
H is gonna help me answer these questions.
H was cool. What about the first part? How do you know when to build? How do you know when to go off season? How do you know when to?
Well, for me, it always goes with a project or like one of my younger years is like if I was getting ready for a show, then I knew I had to diet down for the show. And the majority of the time is your off season. You want to take as much time. And that's what I was just talking about earlier is like, it seems as though everybody today is always in contest prep metaphorically, where I believe in trying to be off season the majority of the year and recovering. So for me, that's how I would work it. And so for you, pick and choose what your thing is you got a class reunion, you got a wedding to go to, or you want to get ready for summer. So, to cut down at that point. As you're talking about the cycle and stuff, I don't understand that because I don't know. If you're on something, my friend, then you're on it because your blood markers and stuff are not good, right? Your testosterone is down or your free testosterone or something's going on. So that's why you would be on a cycle. But the cycle, I don't know what you mean by take off or on. If you're on something, you're most likely a health problem, right? Your T levels are low, so you're just sluggish and everything. So you'd be on that all the time.
How old is it?
I don't know how old this one is. But you'd be working with a doctor, I would hope. So, and I'm assuming you're not a bodybuilder. So.
It's clueless.
Yeah. But thank you for the question, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I've got stubborn love handles and fat around the bottom of my gut. My diet's improving, but what can you suggest to tighten up those areas?
Yeah, just improve the diet.
Improve?
Yeah. I would diet down for a 12-week span and get rid of that. Instead of, and this is, I guess, for everybody here, if you are on, and I'm going to assume this is how the new generation lives, or how society lives now, is everybody is on a deficit. Everybody is living, or in the health and fitness world, you're below whatever you're trying to burn off that day, your calorie intake. I would say try to go off season for a little bit so your body's used to more calories, and then diet down for 12 weeks and get rid of that stubborn fat. And I would do it younger than when you get older is another thing too.
Always tweak the diet.
Yeah. Dosage. Right? Tweak
Solid.
the diets. The diet's everything, my friend. Diet's everything. Pull in some cardio, some L-carnitine, boom, get rid of that stubborn fat.
Thoughts on alcohol?
Zero thoughts on alcohol. Alcohol's a no-go.
Counterproductive.
Yeah, so alcohol's a toxin. When you have it, you're shutting down your body's utilization of proteins for a period of time until your body cleans out the alcohol. So for me, I never did. I didn't see the point. It made no sense to me in my life.
Unless you're having problems making friends.
Yeah, it does make it.
Well, any update on my care package?
Which one's that?
The food.
Did you eat?
Oh, yours is out there.
I'm ready for the salmon.
Just making sure.
I got news.
Will you grab the front desk? The front doors.
I got the food.
Okay. We're live. What's up?
Yeah, I got news from the Mercedes.
Oh.
Okay, we'll talk about it in bed.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
Yeah,
$600.
Wow, that's the least bill that's ever.
Gino. Will you check on the puppy?
That's this.
Check outside the set?
I think she's with Khaleesi.
Dealership has been.
Yeah, Mercedes. Oh my gosh. That's a funny thing, man. They get to do that.
Started at prison.
Go for it, Jeffrey. What do we
Looking
got?
for something.
We got a banging over here. I think this is exploding because we have
Oh yeah, it's good.
the Venezuelan Mack truck in town today.
This Jeffries.
That's me. Thank you. Finally.
Thanks, Veronica.
Yours is in the other
I
bag.
missed my anabolic window.
Yeah, you blew it. No point to eat it now. Just fast.
Sheesh. Which one of your programs put on the most size with a slight calorie deficit, high protein diet?
Strength gains.
Strength gains.
We'll put the link up there for you guys. Strength gains is, getting ready for that show kind of look, right? Off season, I would request you do a little less work and then be in a surplus. That way you get your strength up. And then you jump over to strength gains to diet down. This is AI, yes.
Yeah, a lot of those, dude.
Yeah,
So many
absolutely
of those,
AI.
like nonstop.
I thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's this down here?
Do you recommend swimming, not just for Titan, but for you? Crucial, or something better than swimming besides the gym, of course?
Oh, I mean, there's tons of things probably better. For me, I love swimming though. I love getting in there, loosen up the body. Yeah, I love it. I love it. But I also don't swim to burn calories. I just use it as a nice little, what do they call it on the days off? Active recovery. There we go. As you kids call it today, active recovery. I just like getting in there. And I also like water wakes me up.
This morning soaps before lift.
Yeah.
Loosen up all everything.
Feels incredible just to get into the pool first thing in the morning. I get up, get that first meal in, get in the pool. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I wonder better. No, because it's non-weight bearing, so that's feels great on the body. I'm not burning a lot. I'm opening up the body in a very relaxed way to where then I can go in and squat heavy as fuck. So I like it. I don't know. Not for me. There's nothing more important. Because stretching, I wouldn't go with because I'm going to stretch in the exercise I'm doing. I wouldn't do cardio because that's going to blow some of my load. Even if it's an elliptical, nah. I'm not taking nothing out of what I want to squat that day. That's priority. So for me, that's my go-to.
Mike, where can I get your shirts?
Mike O'Hearn Lifestyle. Or just Mike O'Hearn. You'll be able to find it anywhere like that. Thank you, guys. We got some new ones in.
Do you have any healthy treats that make you feel like you're cheating on your diet, but you aren't?
My fruit bowls.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do on leg days. Sometimes when I could just feel the body's like, oh, you're not going to be recovered by tomorrow. I'll do a fruit bowl. I'll do a pound of fruit. And ready for this? Oh, you guys clip this and tell me how wrong this is. I do a pound of fruit before bed. Isn't that wild? Carbohydrates before bed? That's a no-go. For me, it's awesome. I never sleep as well as I do on a carb meal.
No.
When I'm dieted down, when I'm in it and stuff, I can't sleep. You guys will see that too.
Mike, talk about how the martial art philosophy has influenced your training and mindset.
I think the wrestling in the early years and the karate and the judo, I got to stay athletic and mentally. Anytime that you grapple and wrestle against another guy and you manhandle him, it changes your mind approach and keeps you calmer. And that's when I go into like lifting. You guys can see that we don't scream, we don't yell, we don't do any of that stuff because it's all within the mind. It's controlled rage. And that's where I think martial arts really comes into play. You got to have a controlled rage.
It always helps out at the gas station too.
Okay. All right. I was dieting and he parked like an asshole. Jeffrey, why are you skipping steroid guy?
Did I skip a steroid guy? Probably not. This guy?
Yeah. See, he's taken H's spot today. This is E.
Yeah, this is E.
This is
Shout-outs to E.
Shout outs to E. His photos just an E.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's pretty knowledgeable and impressive in his mother's basement. This is the guy that's I'm sorry about your life, my friend. I can't fathom.
What time is recommended to go to bed? I've been staying up doom scrolling until 4 a.m. and I think it may be affecting my games.
Doom scrolling.
Definitely affecting your games.
Yeah. We're pretty solid at 8:30.
As soon as the sun goes down. That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. Curtain call.
Doom scrolling. I heard that again. That's when you're just on it and you're stuck.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Man, I wish you were at the filming the other day.
I'd be doom scrolling.
You'd be doom scrolling too much. What do you got, Jeffrey? What's this one?
Mike, have you transitioned into what's best for your age, or are you still trying to show what's good for your 20s can still look good in your 80s because you're, what, 83?
Right? Proof's in the pudding there already.
No, I understood weightlifting early. So the weightlifting I was doing in my 20s was for 80. And we were explaining that earlier.
Can you work out with 4 hours of sleep and get good gains, or skip?
That's a tough one, man.
Body of breakdown.
And we did that the other day.
Yeah,
We did that the other day.
we do it every day.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, he does it every day. Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's a good point. Jeffrey does it every day. Here's a tough one about the whole concept about sleep. I would like to say that I was in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock back in the day, and I was waking up at 3 to train at 4. But I wasn't, and so I went my teen years and my competitive 20 years. Bodybuilding and powerlifting and winning the universe and stuff. I was 5 to 6 hours, and I still won Mr. Universe 4 times and won the California powerlifting 4 times in Washington State and went to nationals. So and that's where I put all that size on. So I know sleep's important. I know what they say, but again, the mind's an amazing thing. It's like Arnold says, man, if you need 8 hours, sleep 6. Or sleep faster. Sleep faster. I won't argue this sleep point. You know, if you can get sleep, get it. But yeah, I seem to make gains off of very little sleep. Have fun with it.
A lot of people asking for shout outs in the chat. Where can they get something like that?
Ooh, shout outs, Cameo. Go on over to Cameo. They've been fun.
Yeah.
Some of these cameos have been really fun lately. A couple more questions. We out, man. I know there's a huge crew here too. I appreciate you guys showing up today.
At this point in your career, what part of training or recovery do you find yourself refining the most? And what have you changed in the last 2 to 3 years that's made the biggest visible difference?
Just understanding when the body's had enough for that day to get better, get what I needed, but come back the next day. You just becoming a chess master as you go through this careers, and you really find out that there's got to be a point where you take the sets and reps and the volume and understand what really works for your body, what works for your genetic body parts, and what works for your legging body parts, and then just fine tune it for everybody.
Can a natural person train 6 days a week and recover?
Why can't you?
Because someone online said you can't.
Yeah, again, who are you listening to?
No days off.
I wanted to do this too, because this is a funny thing here. There's a wrestler, and he's, I think he's 195, college wrestler. So he's 20, 21, 195. Looks better than Mr. Olympia physique. And I'll guarantee if I put up a picture, they would go, oh, that guy's gassed. And I'm like, what is wrong with you people? It's not how the world works. You're not the most jacked person in your natural. You know, that's what they think. They think this is what a natural body looks like. What? A skinny. My kid's 6 years old and he's got an 8-pack. It's like, he's 6. Yeah. So of course you can. It's an amazing thing. I think today's world is like, unless you're not natty, you can't develop a physique. And that makes no sense to me.
Best way to get abs?
Diet.
Mm-hmm.
Come from a surplus to a diet. Dips or push-ups? Okay.
Dips or push-ups?
Have them both. Mostly for your kid. If that's your kid's doing it.
Both of them.
Both. How would you spell that?
BOFF.
BOAF?
You won.
Jeffrey, why aren't you posting these guys?
Talk about your stack of steroids.
Well, in the morning,
That's our boy E.
in the morning,
That's E.
I take care of your mom,
Ooh.
and then she shoots me up with some tren.
We got a
I think he's a little
H, we got
upset now.
E,
We got H-E.
R, we'll have her.
Yeah. He's a little upset now.
Right.
He's doom scrolling.
Right. Can't believe you are a grandfather.
Me
You
neither.
gotta watch
Jeez.
out.
I want to know who my kid is.
Jesus
My
is
kid's
the only
kid.
way to the Father. Repent. Mike, you better repent.
He's beyond repentance.
I'm beyond. I'm getting blocked.
Mike, what's the one mindset shift or daily habit that's kept you looking and feeling like a titan at your age? Something the fans can start today.
A mirror.
Come on, Bobo. Chat, we got Bobo.
Yeah.
Press 1 if you want him banned or out of the room.
Just keep going. That's all I got for you. That's for anybody. And that's not me saying it. It's just people in front of us.
Thoughts on Zercher squats?
Love them. Freaking love them. You got something else?
Retard. See, there you go.
There you go. See, that's what eyesight does for you. Jeffrey, read this one.
You want me to read this? Best way to boost test naturally is jerking a great one 3 times a day, mandatory. Get those numbers up.
So this guy's E's roommate. So they're jerking off each other. Get a girl. And it's probably time for you to jump off social media, my friend. Take a breather. Go walk around the block or something like that.
This is why there's a pause in between some questions.
Yeah.
I'm so good.
I like that last one. Some of these guys, you got to share this one on IG, all right?
Yeah.
Any finals? We're gonna go.
Yeah, let me find one last.
And do not block E. He's losing his mind on here.
IG, give me a good questions.
This kid's gonna pop. This guy's gonna pop a blood vessel in his head.
Political slop questions. Ask something good.
Give me something good, guys.
That's fine. One that's just a statement.
What about those final ones?
What's the best gym? What kind of skincare?
Keep the face on body lotioned. Just like E and his boyfriend does.
3 times.
3 times a day.
What exercises do you do for the spinal erectors?
Squats, deadlifts, hypers, reverse.
Ooh.
Well, this thing right here.
Oh, it's great. Did you do it today?
No.
Okay.
I saw Jeff.
It's just,
Opened you up.
yeah, you just feel so good.
Great machine. Yeah, what are your pronouns?
Your daddy.
Your daddy. That's a good one. All right.
This shit ain't live.
You're right. You're right. We got an S. We got an S. We got an H, E, and S. All right. You guys are spinning out of control.
What did she?
Have a good day, boys and girls. For you